looking at policy, when you look at the move last year, almost a year ago, June 2017, for privatization of air traffic control, Republicans in Congress have moved away from pushing for that on Capitol Hill. Do you think there's any chance in the coming year that that push to move it from the FAA to a nonprofit corporation could be revived?
I want to give Chairman Shuster a great deal of credit, because if it were not for his single-handed determination in surfacing this issue, in carrying it through the committee process, getting the votes that he did, I don't think this proposal would have as much momentum as it does. Having said that, I think the idea is timely, because when I was Deputy Secretary of Transportation, I remember sitting around the conference room of then Secretary at that time, talking about how do we relieve congestion? How do we reduce delays in the air? And for any traveler now who's traveling, they understand right away what it means to be stuck at the airport, or to be circulating, to be circling in the skies for quite a while. And so delays and congestions in our airspace is something that almost every passenger understands. And the administration's proposal to take the air traffic control system from FAA and liberate it from the government shackles of the procurement process, which so delays the acquisition of modern, up-to-date, technologically, the best technologically equipment. This would enable the air traffic control to address some of the delays and the congestions which so many passengers face every single day. And there's always a bit of a conflict, as some critics say, that the FAA is the government's regulator, safety regulator of the skies. How can it regulate itself? Meaning run the air traffic control and also regulate the safety. So this argument has been around for quite a while, as has, again, the concerns about how to alleviate delays and also congestions in our air. And I'll give you another, just a very simple example. Our air traffic control system, first of all, let me just reassure everyone, is the safest in the world. We have the best air traffic control system in the world, but it's radar-based. So the radar system basically sweeps 360 degrees in 6 seconds. So during those 6 seconds, we do not have a pinpoint accuracy as to where that airplane is. We know where it is, but we cannot pinpoint exactly where. And so because of that, the planes are spaced further apart for safety considerations. Now, if we had a GPS system, which we all understand these days because we all have our own handheld device, and if we had a GPS-based air traffic control system, we would be able to pinpoint the exact location of that plane and be able to stagger or line up the planes with shorter distances between them. Of course, still very safe, but that will give us greater opportunities to reduce the congestion. So that's just one example as to how the air traffic control system, if it had the most up-to-date systems, technology, can help to reduce delays, increase productivity, of course, because delays mean lost productivity and also a deterioration in our quality of life. So again, this idea is going to come back because the need to address delays and congestions in our airspace will continue.
Just on when it comes back, do you see that before or after the midterm elections as some kind of legislative proposal?
You know, we are also a department that listens to the will of Congress. And clearly, we have been unable to get enough votes in the House and the Senate. So until we do, this proposal will not gain greater currency. And so, we need to work on that.